What's the creepiest display of intelligence you've seen by another human? 1. I knew a guy who worked retail and was able to memorize customer credit card numbers. He used them to buy adult films and content. 2. A friend once showed me his guidebook to how to handle his girlfriend. He'd taken notes on her likes and dislikes, what he'd given her and precisely how she responded, which actions caused which responses in her, what phrases he could quote at her to yield particular responses, etc., and then sort of used the information he'd collected to write a little guide to expected outcomes of various things he does, so that he could defuse her if she got mad at him. If she felt unloved, he had strategies for fixing the situation, so he could go back to doing whatever he likes while she gets off his back. If X, then Y will likely do Z, unless P. It was somewhere between oddly sweet and creepily manipulative. 3. Not creepy, but I knew a 14-year-old who was helping his dad drywall a home. The kid looked at the shape of a staircase, looked at the drywall on the horses ready to cut, looked back at the staircase, then cut the drywall without a single measurement or marking. The drywall fit the staircase so perfectly it slid into place like it was snuggling the stairs. Not a single measurement. 4. I worked with someone briefly when I worked for the police. He came to my team to get frontline experience for promotion. He'd been in a secretive investigation unit before coming to us. I'll call him Dave. We went into this area with loads of gang-on-gang violence, and we were enforcing a Section 60 stop for weapons after a nasty murder in the area. We stopped 2 men at the side of the street, and it was immediately obvious they had nothing to do with any of it. We chatted for a bit and that was it, or so I thought. Dave, being incredibly polite and friendly, said to one of the men, "I think I know you." The man said that he didn't. He'd never been in trouble with the police, never been arrested, never gets in any bother whatsoever. He was in his 30s, this fella. Dave said, "I do know you. Let me have a look at you." The man was good-natured about it, even though I was feeling bloody awkward. "I've never been in any trouble," said the man. Dave looked at him and said, "I believe you haven't. Your dad did, though." He calls the man by his name, his date of birth, his old address, his mom's name and date of birth, and his dad's details too. Dave says that 22 years previously he'd attended at the bloke's house when he was a preteen because his parents were arguing and his dad was drunk. His dad was arrested for a minor sleep-it-off breach of the peace. He wasn't a regular criminal or anything like that. Dave had not only recognized the guy, but he'd done it from when he was a child, aged him, and remembered every bloody detail for a minor thing over 20 years previous. No wonder he was in the high-end investigation units. Genius.